Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 35 of Timberborn Greedy Armageddon. So in the last episode, we were working on our underground tubeway network, which I am happy to announce is about 85-90% complete, give or take. All of this is done. Let's see if we scroll down here. All of this is done. All of the power running through here is done. So all of the charging stations in this area are connected and powered. If we scroll down a little bit more, come over here, this is all done as well. The only thing that isn't done is what's over here. So let's see if we come back up. All of this. And that's largely because I had them do all of the tunnels, and then what I was doing was I put a regular tubeway underneath all of the platforms that I didn't delete. And then once everything was put in, then what I would do is delete the tubeway, delete the platform, so that this is supporting the terrain on top. I'd wait for them to collect all of this rubble and then replace it with a vertical tubeway. Which I guess realistically I don't really need to wait for them to collect all of this, but that's what I was doing. So I'm going to get this running on 3 times speed. I'm also going to take a drink of water. Sorry about that, it's so early into the episode. But anyways, this is... They're actually picking this up. Okay then. Alrighty, I think there was... Yeah, this one right here. Let's wait for this bot. There we go. Get these two out so we can get all of this collected. I don't think we can delete. No, we can't. Okay, that's all connected. Let's get this put back in here. Okay, so in this episode, this is going to be going on in the background. However, what I really need to focus on is food. And food production in this area, because this is where we wanted it to be. So I think what we need to start with is modifications to this terrain. Yeah, see, we've got 4,200 canola oil. So what I'm going to do is just delete all of this. There we go. I'm also going to set the game to 2 times speed because it's just running a little bit slow on 3 times. So I'm also going to get rid of all of this. All of this here will go. Oh, and I stand corrected. The game is running somewhat poorly on 2 times speed as well. Okay. All right, so while they're picking all of this up, I want to address something I did. I left the game running for about an hour or so after the end of episode 34, just so that we can get all of this and all of this up and running. And of course it is, which means our bot population has increased substantially. And I've moved everything from beavers to bots, excluding the district center, all of the hauling posts, and then all of these builders' huts. These builder huts are still beavers, whereas you can tell by the color of the lights, these are bots. So, other than the 2 buildings that I just mentioned, so see, here we are, is the builders' huts. Everything should be bots. So, because of that, I had to put in a few more refineries for biofuel, which means our spatter dock supply is going down. So what I'm going to do is come in here and remove the planting for all of this cattail, all of these cattail roots, so that we can replace all of this with spatter dock. And I'm going to have this whole area be spatter dock, and then we'll keep the cattail roots over here. Since we're only using them for food, we're not using them for food and biofuel. So what that means is I'm going to pause this aquatic farmhouse so that this doesn't produce any more cattail roots. What I'm also going to do is wait for them to... Oh, they're not going to. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to delete this path, probably delete this ladder. Yeah, no point in having it all. Not that. Did not want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of this. There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. So, what I want to do over here is somewhat just kind of bring this from like this area here, maybe this one. Depends. I think this area will probably be better. Just kind of depends on how much space we're going to need. So I want to have 2 of each food production building. So maybe what I do, I'm just going to get rid of all of this. Excluding... Let's see, excluding all of these that we put in. I don't think we need to move this down here when what they are consuming and producing is just right here. So that'll be fine as it is. What I did want to do here, I want to know if we have any potato storage up here, and we don't. So that is probably why we only have 1,300 potato storage, which is not horrible. It is what it is. So what I also want to do is remove this zipline station. So with that, I need to remove all of this. I'm going to remove all of that and all of these. Everything else can go. Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. So all of that is now gone, which means what I'm going to do instead, I think, is just use each of these. I'm just going to do potatoes on this right side here, and then grilled potatoes on the left side. I think that's just going to be the easiest option. So let's see. Grilled potatoes are here. Fantastic. And last one. There we go. Okay. I do also want to turn off the explosives production and the extract production, because there's no point in having it at all. I do want to build up some bad water. We've only got about 1,200. I don't think we need to do all 10. I do have this whole row here for bad water. I don't think we need to do all of them. So we'll go without that. Let's see. I did also want to put in, so I want to unpause. Actually, let's see here. I want to put in more trees here. So what I'm actually going to do, this is just going to be the easiest option, like this, I think. Yeah, there we go. That'll be fine. And then we'll get you connected here. There we go. So what I wanted to do was I want to increase the quantity of chestnut trees that we have. So if I could find chestnuts. What the heck? Okay. I thought I was going crazy there for a second. All right, so I want to, let's just do here, and then we'll bring this across here as well. Yeah, and that's all reachable. Perfect. Okay, I did also add a storage for berries over here, since we have berry production over here. But anyways, let's see. So I did also want to... Oh, I can unpause the game now. Actually, wait a second. I was doing... Let's do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So what I was going to do... These are cassavas. So I wanted to do this. Let's do this as well. That's fine. So all of that's going to get picked up. Let's see. So maybe I shouldn't have deleted those platforms. So maybe what we do, something like this. And then we can do a zipline station here. Connect this one there. Connect this with a path. Right. And then, let's see, can we go here? How far over can we go? So what I'm somewhat aiming to do, I think, is have a zipline station here. So we'll do something like this. Right? And then I want to use the terrain and make layers here, so that we have a little bit more usable space, while also having a zipline station connect over here. So I want this, let's see, bing, yes, perfect, okay. That goes there and then there, fantastic. All right, so I don't think I need to, but I'm going to anyways, unpause one of these dirt excavators just because I know we're going to be using a bit of dirt. Anyways, I wanted to unpause the game, so we'll do that. Okay, all right. So this is all going to get done hopefully soon. I don't think I want to change the builders or haulers from beavers to bots just yet. I think it's going to be worth waiting until we have maybe substantial figure like 200 probably extra beavers. And I know with the quantity of assemblers that we have, we'll definitely be able to comfortably have closer to 1,000. So yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah. So let's see what I want to do over here. Let's just fill in all of this. Why don't we? Actually, yeah, let's come over here as well. Okay, so let's do all of this. Perfect. Okay, so now over here then, what I think I want to do, fill that in there. So I want to have, since this is our power, let's have this come up. What I want to have here, I know we need a few grist mills, so let's do this first, right? Let's see, we can actually, you know what, do something like this. Okay, and then we can have the grist mill here. Actually, let's flip this. There we go. So then we can do, there's 2, 3, here's 4, there is 5, right? Actually, let's see. So what I'm thinking we can do, these are the same size, that's not going to work. So I want to have grills, because grills share power. So let's see, we've got 2 for chestnuts, 2 for spatterdock. What else is in here? Potatoes and filling. Okay, so 2 for taters, 2 for filling. Perfect. Okay, so this is 4. I need to set 2 of these to wheat, 2 of these to cattail. Perfect. Okay, so then let's get this connected up here. This is gonna have to be something like this, probably. So then this will come down here. Oh, that's going to be misaligned. Huh. Okay. Can you come out one more? I hope. Let's see. So then this is going to be... Or you know what? Actually, what we could do is have some charging stations along this side. But then we'll still have that. So yeah, so maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so then this is going to need to come out, I think, like this. So then let's just get rid of that one. And actually, let's get rid of this one as well. That's fine. Okay. So then station here. So this one is going to go there and then down there. Okay. All right, so that means our path now needs to move one over. And then this comes straight out. There we go. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. I think I'm going to set to, yeah, single speed. Just for now. Alright, so there's that for us. Okay. So now I think here would be a good spot to have just a few charging stations. So let's do... Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. So let's do 6. Right, we'll do something like this. Then we can have... No, I was thinking the wrong way. Okay, we'll do that. Then we'll do with this a medium tank. Get that prioritized. And then here we can do... Put these charging stations back in there. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So, here then, what we can do. So this is only a 2 space, which is less than ideal, right? Because that means I can't put food factories in here. But what I can do, I do need some oil presses. So let's keep with the 5 that we had. Right, okay. Then we can get some fermenters. Let's do 4. Right. Let's see, so it's going to be 2 for cassava. We're going to need a lot more than 4. 2 for soybean. Oh no, we do only need 4, yeah. Because we're only going to have cassava and soybean over here. Okay, alright. Alright, alright. That's fine. I do want this one to get built first. So that we can start sharing power. And then I need to have a way to get all of these connected here. So... Maybe what we do, something sort of like this. Let's do some large windmills. Okay. And then get these connected. Wait for this lag. Thank you. Let's see if we can't actually change this into a vertical power shaft. And then we'll put a regular one on top. Okay, perfect. So now we can also have, because we've got 1 million coffee beans. Let's see, we've got, yeah, almost 5,000. That's insane. Insane. We're going to put our coffee brewery right in here. So then this is going to have to be like this. Okay. So then maybe instead of having this here, we do it there. Right? No. Wait a second, let's flip these. Yeah. Okay. So this is then where that gets connected, that gets connected. Those are connected, perfect. Hello. Alright, so this is going to be set to obtain biofuel. Fantastic. So then this is where we're going to set our power to come across. So we'll do a vertical, a vertical. Let's see, we'll do those. This with a platform and another power shaft. Okay, perfect. Oh, you folks won't be connected until all of this is done. Okay. All right, so maybe what we do then instead, get all of that built, which means those need to be prioritized as well. I was kind of hoping this would be a lot faster than it is, but that's fine. I did also do this just in case we wanted to have some more things over here. We can do something like this, but I'm not going to have them build this just yet. I don't think there is really a point in doing so just yet, but that'll be fine. I do also want to come over here, check on this. We didn't put this back in, so we'll do that. Now we can do from both sides. Fantastic. Okay, so coming over here, I think this is where we're going to end up putting our 3 wide buildings. Oh, and I guess what we should do technically is connect all of this to the grid, so we'll do that. There we go. You know what I could actually do? Something like this. Just to get a couple more charging stations in here, since we're going to have so many bots. I think this is an okay idea. I do want to change the orientation of this one. There we go. So yeah, I think that's all right. Oh, I need to set. I need to set the recipe, but also these need to be set to bots. So let's see. Chestnuts. Chestnuts. Spatterdock. Spatterdock. Filling. Filling. There we go. So I don't think I have any more of these in any other random spots on the map. Right. Nope. 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 Nothing over here. We just got power over here, so there's no way. I know that there is the refinery. Oh, and this guy. I did forget about you, but I think that's fine. So, you haven't collected any more cattails. That's fine also. All right, I do want to pick up the speed here, so I'm just gonna kind of forfeit some game quality for speed. Okay, so I do also want to... Okay, that's in. Those are getting put in. I want to remove these trees here. Because I want to replace them with maple trees. And probably end up having the maple trees just go straight to the end of the map on this side. I know we can't have some of this here, but what I was thinking of doing is adding... well, firstly, a forester, because we'll need to actually plant the trees. Because I don't think... Yeah, that one can't really do much. So this actually has to go over here. Right. And then what I can do instead is put in a tapper shack here. I did also think about extending this path just a little bit, so maybe we do this too. So it's going to be those and this one, and actually this one too. I think I want to have a row in between here. Yeah. Just because I know the buildings can block the range. So we'll do that. I might be inclined to remove some of these trees here and just replace them with maples. Since I do want to keep the pines over here. But we'll see. That's not set in stone just yet. Let's see. I do also, while we're removing things, let's just go ahead and do this. Because this is all going to be changed to farming anyways. And speaking of farming, let's do soybeans here. Let's just go all the way to the end. Give these farmers something to do. Let's get rid of these trees as well. No point in having these guys here anymore. Okay, very glad no beavers got stuck over here because that could have just been bad. Let's see. So this is where I need to put in the food factories for. Let's see, we've got corn, eggplant, bars. Okay. All right, so we'll do corn, eggplant, berry meal bars, and berry meal bars. Perfect. So you need to be built very quickly. Okay, I do also need to set all of these to bots, but I think I'm just going to go in and do that all at once. Yeah, so I'm not going into that menu many times. So, anyways, what I did also want to do, I don't think I'll need to plant any more maples over here since we're doing it in this area. So yeah, I think I'm just not gonna extend that. So that should be fine. Yeah, and I think we'll be fine with that quantity of chestnuts as well. It is only 2 grills, so it's not like it's an insane quantity of consumption, right? So I think that'll be fine. Let's see, another thing we can do to get rid of some of these notifications is set this to coffee, which is this one, yes. Okay, there we go. So all of these to coffee. Perfect. So now, I don't think this is 80. Well, it's 10, so yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. All right, well, we've got quite a few things to fill in those. And I did also think about removing these almost entirely to replace them with more food storage. Largely because we're starting with soybeans. We don't have any storage for soybeans, nor do we have storage for the fermented soybeans. So yeah, I think that might be worth removing at least 1 row, probably. So yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. All of this does need to be connected also. Or are we just waiting for things to be built? Waiting for paper. We have paper being produced, yes. Okay, alright, let's set a couple more in here. Alright. So, we'll see once those get built how bad off we are. Because these are almost kind of done. I think we might just be waiting on dead bots. Out of fuel, out of charge bots. That could be it, yeah, because this Those are planks. That's paper. Yeah. What are you carrying? Or are you just going to get fuel? I think you might just be getting fuel. That's fine. Okay, why do you... Oh. Well, that would be why. You folks don't have power, but that's fine. Let's see. Oh, these did actually get started on removing. And what I want to do is set all of this to pine. Largely because if you're unaware, trees, pretty much everything in this tree tab, tree and bushes, if you remove the planting, yeah, see, here we go. If you remove the planting designation, they'll actually spawn new of whatever it is. So like these are new pine trees that were just put in. Because these spread. So I'm going to set all of this to pine, and then mark these two for demolition. So that is sometimes is a nuisance that these spread. Majority of the time, it's actually a blessing in disguise. And speaking of that, it was a blessing in disguise here. Because when I put the forester in to plant all of these berry bushes, I didn't actually realize that it didn't reach to this whole peninsula part here. It was also, you could see this is where it was. These four right here. So I just removed the planting designation, right? So it no longer looks like this. And then they spread. They spread on their own. So that's how we've gotten all of this. So I'm just going to remove that. Let's see here. Perfect. All right. Now, I think I might want to also put in, let's see, how many we've got? 4. So let's do 4 for the grilled chestnuts. Only if I can find them, though, which is this one. There we go. There's so many icons here. Whenever I go back to, like, Ember Pelts or just a vanilla Folktales or Iron Teeth, these menus get so much smaller. It's probably maybe a third of the size. It's insane how much food and everything is in these buildings. Why? Oh, wait, no, these are complaining about path. I was like, how are these not powered? But these are powered. Anyways. It's been a long day, folks. Let's see. What are we waiting on here? Paper. We're waiting for 6. So you've got some paper. Okay, you've got paper. I don't know if I mentioned that I put this ladder in here, but I did. So that's why beavers are coming out of the housing area. Those 4 were also put in as well. Wow, it's some good English there. Okay. Let's see if we come over here, check on all of this. They've made some progress, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we do have, maybe we don't. Oh, we should have cattail flower. Yeah. I think I might end up putting in another few gristmills. So, you know what? Let's just do this. Right. So we've got 2 cattails, 2 wheats. Let's just double it. Why don't we? There we go. 1, 2, 3, and I'm short 1. There we go. And there's that one. Nope. There it is. Okay. All right, so we'll do 1, 2 for wheat and 2 for cattail. Okay. Now, I do also need to put in, maybe let's change this path too. Oh, that's 1 off. Actually, wait, let's see. Let's do that. You know what? Actually, screw it. Let's do this. And then we can have the path come along this way. Perfect. Alrighty then. So, yeah, we've gone up by, what, 30 jobs, I think, here, give or take. So, yeah, anyways. All right, so for bakery, we've got 4 recipes. So let's put in 1, 2. You know what? I'm going to pause the game. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to prioritize these as well. Okay, so then I'm going to set all of this. 1, 2 for bread. 3, 4 for cattail crackers. 5, 6 for maple pastries. 7 and 8 for berry pies. Okay, so let's get back up to 3 times still hurts this computer. Okay. All right, so let's just keep it on 2 times speed. That's going to be the easiest thing. I do have realized now. Okay, just amazing with the English today. I have limited them to basically only be able to do 2 of these at a time. So this one and this one. Yeah, because they can't do this one here in the corner. As I stand corrected. All right, I'm just going to shut up and move on. Those have been built as well. All right. What is this liquid? Canola. Oh, it looked almost white. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm just kind of freaking out. That's fine. Let's see. So I can bring this path up here because I know that's why that's not done. So we'll do that. If we come over here, all of this has been done. Fantastic. So let's get 2 more shacks in here. And get connected. And this is exactly what I meant. There's an extra tree left over. So we'll just get you out of here. Let's see. You know what? Let's also... move this. Yeah, let's move this storage. Okay. Over here, we'll set this one for pine resin. Did that set? Yes. Okay. Alrighty. So then, what I need to put over here, I know you have nothing to do. That's fine. What's the second one that has nothing to do? Ah, yes. Okay. Well, you can go as well. Okay, and now that all of that is gone, we'll get rid of this. And this. And all of this. Not that. Wait a second now. These need to be set back to... I guess they really don't, but it's fine. We'll do it anyways. And then all of that can go. Perfect. Now we've got a ton more planting space. Fantastic. Okay. So... let's see. What else have they done over here? Because I want to start using all of those bots. Okay, yeah. So let's come in here. Let's get... I wish I could, like, tap a key and it would just ring me. Like, I wish I could just tap, you know, F and get automatically brought to fermenters. Did I just do all of them? I think I did. I know you don't have soybeans. Just calm down. There we go. Okay, so then food factories. I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. What forester? Oh, that's gonna be removed anyways. Let's see. all of the gatherer flags. There needs to be like a master toggle to just switch everything of this group into either beavers or bots. Okay, so then I put in 9 grills. All of these grist mills can be changed over as well. Okay. Hauling posts. I don't want to do just yet. All of the hydroponic gardens have been done. Industrial lumber mills, all of these should have been done. I skipped right over bakery, so hopefully I don't forget about that. Right, oil press, and do all 5 of those. Paper mills, I put in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Printing press, refinery. This one. Thought I did all of those. Maybe it was just that one that I missed. Okay, that's fine. Alright, all of the smelters should be done. Tapper Shack, what are you complaining about? Oh, you're that one. Okay. So, I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. Let's see. Finish going through here, all of these woodwork shops. Okay. Bakery. Okay, so all of these get switched over. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be at 183. Why? I did forget to do all of the tapper shacks. How many? Oh, we still got 50 extra. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'm still confused as to why this is 5 more than what I think it should be. Coffee breweries, because I skipped over the first part. Right. So that's the 5 that we're over. I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense. Now we're back at 175. And 175 is the number that I was aiming for because that was what it was before we put all of this in, which means that it should be only the builders' huts and hauling posts. So, that's good. That's good. Okay, so let's get all of this set to maple. I'm just going to go straight across here. And then, let's see. What can I get away with here? So I could just let that last row populate by itself. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. And we'll get that across there. Okay, so I do know that not all of this is going to get planted, but that's fine. I do want this gone. What do I mean gone? I don't remember. Wow, that was a very big brain fart. I do apologize. But anyways, let's see. So all of these chestnuts are put in. Should I put in anything else? Should I put in more maples? I don't really want to, but I think I might need to. We'll see here. I think I might also need to plant. What else do I need to plant here? I've got kohlrabies. I don't think I need to plant anything else. Right? I think that's it. We are trending downward. Canola seeds. Maybe, okay. What I'm going to do, I think maybe with the canola seeds is just put everything in. And I know that the fermenters over here. Nope. Yes, those take canola oil. The eggplant, of course. I don't think anything else over here does, however. So that should be fine. What is still here? Planks. Okay. Alright, well that's fine. I probably can turn this off. Get some bots back. Perfect. Alright, so those are now going in. Fantastic. What is all of this? Probably planks and pine resin, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Just cleared out all of those berries. That is fantastic. Okay. And I don't think I'm convinced that this extra bit of maple trees is going to be enough. You know what? Maybe, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just put in more. I don't really want to put in any more maple trees. But I guess while we have extra space here, let's just do it here. So you can't reach anything. I need to put this one in. Okay. All right, so let's see. Can we get maple trees here? And let's just go like this. Yeah, because what is this? Oh, that's 4. So maybe we'll do just leave 3 here, because that's the biggest length of majority of the things, I think. All right. So maybe let's just. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. And I guess we can add some more chestnuts, which also isn't really anything that I want to do. Yeah, because I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. You're already set to bot. I'm gonna set you to bot already. Fantastic. Okay, so checking things off my list here. That is done. Okay, I think this is mostly it, right? So let's see, we're up to 30 well-being. I just want to get our extra bot numbers up. So you know what, actually, maybe what we do instead is just delete all of these builders. What is that? Oh. Wait a second. How many did I put in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Maybe I am just going to get rid of you. Okay. Maple syrup numbers are trending down, which is not great. So is Spatterdock levels, which we knew was going to happen. So let's just see if we can't start getting some more Spatterdock planted in there. I might end up needing to put in more aquatic farmhouses, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see. What are our canola oil? Wait. Canola seeds. Right. Okay. That's jeez. Canola seeds. I think we might need to do a little bit more of those. see, what is all of this? Wheat flour, wheat flour, wheat flour. No. Okay, I don't think we need 4 for wheat flour, so maybe I'm going to do this one as soybeans, and this one as the fermented beans. There we go. So now we at least have some sort of storage. We also don't have a maple pastry storage, which I totally thought we did. Wait a second. Roots, roots, roots. Flour, flour. Pies, pies, pies. We don't need 3 pies, so let's do this one for maple pastries. How do we not have a cattail cracker? Oh, jeez. Okay, so we'll set this one to cattail crackers. Right, so that we can get that increasing. What else is super low but full? Berry meal bars. Okay, that one I can take a... Maybe I don't want to remove a pie storage. You know what? I can do this one, though. So we'll do this one for berry meal bars. Fantastic. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's good for now. Bread storage. How do we not have storages for these things? How did I mess this up so badly? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just add a few more. You know what? Let's do this. We're just going to make this somewhat simple. Do like that. Get our path run along here. Only if the game doesn't freeze, we'll come from this side. Okay, so then we'll get all of our storages on here. There we go. Okay, so that'll happen when it happens. I did also think about putting all of our extra builders huts and hauling posts on platforms in these aquifers. Maybe. I could also put them here because they're not... Nothing's really needed here. Let's see. So yeah, we'll do that. And I know that this isn't going to be the best use of space, but they're not really going to have any need to be at their building anyways. So we'll just do this. Right, because the haulers are going to be out hauling, so they're not going to be sitting there. The builders are going to be out building, so they're not going to be sitting there. Right, so... Let's see, let's get rid of... Well, no, let's count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so then we'll get 14 over here. So, I do have all of the builders set to be one less workplace priority, and I don't think that's going to be super necessary to redo, but I think I might just do it anyways. Just so that the bots don't spend their time building. You know what? I could... Let's actually just not do this. Let's not do this. I think the builders that we have here are going to be sufficient. largely because once we put everything in, we're not going to be building much. And majority, I know I said I wanted to put like layers of stuff here so that we had more space, but we were actually able to fit in everything that I wanted to fit in. So I don't think that will be completely necessary. Yeah, so maybe we do without. I think that's fine. Yeah. I do also want to remove these because these are bugging me just a little bit. And it was those 4. Cool. Okay. Alright, so this will all get done eventually. I don't think you have much to do, right? I think this other... Okay, wait. 1 speed. This has got the rest of it covered. Oh, nope, those 3 there that you can hopefully reach, yeah. Where are you, Ironbot 7332? Do I need to bring power over here? That probably is a good idea. Have some charging stations. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright, alright. Let's see, so... Can I do something crazy like this? We get... power to run along this way. What we could do... Right, do something like that. Okay, so then... We've only got a space for 3 up here. That's not very usable. Unless, of course, what we did was put in something like this. Remove the path that I just put in. Okay. So then we do... something like this, right? So then have that come across, that come across. Okay, so then I'm going to take out a couple of these because we need a space to come across and then down. Okay. While also having a place for the power to come up. So it's going to have to come up there, up there. This is going to have to be like this with power come across. Okay, and then we'll get the rest of the charging stations in here. And I know that this is somewhat overkill for the amount of beavers, for the amount of bots that are going to be in this area, but I think it's going to be worth it. Just because we don't have to worry about bots needing to recharge at all. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so I put in all of this terrain so that we could have power come across here. Let's see. So this is gonna come up here. This is gonna need to be platforms across here. And then the regular power shafts. There. Perfect. And then this just needs to be brought over. Except for this one, not that one. We started on, no, okay. So bring this over. Except for that one. This is gonna be verticals, vertical. You know what, maybe we'll just do, we've got enough planks. We'll just do that. Okay, and then, let's see, we need to bring the verticals up. Well then, so I guess that doesn't have to be an upward. Let's see, this can just be a standard platform there with the verticals like this. There we go. Now this is all connected. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you know what? Let's put in a storage for biofuel. We'll just wait until it all is put in so that we can mark it for prioritization by haulers. Let's see. So I want to prioritize all of this as well so that we don't have to worry about having things powered or not. And then I want to do this one and all of these power lines first. Right, okay, back up to double speed so that we can get things moving here. Alright, so I hope the only four without power are those. That's fine. You are no longer useful. Goodbye. Okay, alright, let's check over here. Wowza. Okay, single speed. Single speed. Alright, so what I'm going to do, go in and delete all of the ones that have platforms. Realistically, I could leave these. I just don't like how the platform on the vertical is blue and the regular platform is brown. I want it all to be uniform. Okay, so all of this is going to get picked up somewhat at their leisure. Let's see if we just get all this prioritized. Not sure I even have the space for all of this. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Wow, I think that is the lowest I've seen planks in a while. But that's fine because we didn't make them just to store them. We've made them to use them. So let's get some more spatter dot going in here. I don't think we need any more soybeans. Maybe we do since I'm seeing only 4 here. Let's see, what do we have? You know what, I can also remove these teeth grindstones because bots don't have teeth. Ooh, I need dandelion storage. Well, I need dandelion production, rather. So, let's see, you know what? Let's just put dandelions in right here. That I want to be maple. Okay. Right, and then this, yeah, that does do dandelions. Okay. You know what, actually, let's do it here. Okay, and hopefully these two in the corners can still, yes. Perfect. Oh, this needs to be a bot. Alrighty, so that's almost done, and then this last one is only going to be 1 log, Fantastic. Have we started on this? No. Let's do this. Let's do this. And you know what? I think we don't have any biofuel storage over here. All of our biofuel storage is this and this. So let's just add, let's add another 24,000. Why don't we? We can never have too much excess fuel because all it is give us time to fix our mistakes. Like if I didn't have so much extra storage, I wouldn't have, or well, I would have realized the hard way that our bots were out of fuel when, or before I added all of the extra refineries. So there we go. That's all done. And we're down to 74. I definitely, what was this number before? Oh, that's right, because I was going to add more here. So I wanted to do, I did also want to add, wait a second, I wanted to add more soybeans and then got distracted, of course. So let's see, let's get soybeans, which are this one. We'll do something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I want to make sure that pretty much everything basically has at least 2,400. So I'm just going to go through and check here. Grilled potatoes are 24. Grilled chestnuts are 48. Fermented beans. Okay. Fermented beans. Fantastic. Fermented cassavas are good. Okay. Cattail crackers. Right here. Bread doesn't have anything. What is going on? Okay, bread gets 2 straight off the bat. Pies have 2. Bars need 1. Okay. So now I just want to make sure that everything else storage-wise, or ingredient-wise, has 2. So dandelions need 1. Okay. Potatoes are good. Wheat flour's good. Soybeans need at least 1. Soybeans, which are this one. Okay. So now we still have 6 extra. So let's see here. What else can we fit? Let's get back up to 2 times speed. I think single speed just kind of drives me bonkers. Oh, you know what? I think I can get rid of these dandelions as well. So maybe let's do that. Let's just get rid of those. Perfect. Okay, so this guy is planting slower than frozen molasses, and I want to know why. Okay. All right, so let's get some biofuel over here. All of these, not all. Not all. Why is this not connected? What did I do wrong? Oh, those 2. Okay, so you were, oh yeah, they're the 2. All right, so we're just waiting on these guys, moving oh so slowly. Right, okay. So, hopefully this should get done somewhat quickly. Yes. Okay, just waiting on that one, and now this one, which again, hopefully gets done soon. I hope. Please. Thank you. All right. And now we have so many more charging stations, which is absolutely fantastic because we've got 4 bots, which are dead but still moving away from the charging stations. Okay. All right. Doesn't make any sense to me, but, you know, game mechanics don't have to make sense to me. Okay, so I said I wanted to have about 200,000 water storage, and we're pretty much at that. So what I think I might do is just set all of these to water, and maybe just double what we have on this side over here. Yeah, let's do that. So, oh boy. Okay, so let's see. We've got fermented beans, cattail crackers, berry meal bars, dandelions. I'm not going to do dandelions, though. So berry meal bars, cattail crackers, and the last one was fermented beans. That one. Okay. So we've got pastries, bread, soybeans. So we'll do soybeans, bread, and pastries. Perfect. Okay, and we're already up to well-being 35. And I'm mentioning that intentionally because we were idling about 22 ish, and now we're already at 35, which is fantastic, seeing as we've barely added anything other than, you know, food options, which I do believe we've now maxed out. Not maxed out, clearly, but are producing all of the food options, which we are. Okay, so that's just going to take time for them to actually, you know, do those things, eat them, right? So we do need campfires, contemplation spots, and agora. So this is going to be a perfect spot for contemplation spots. So let's see. Contemplation, perfect. Can contemplate into a wall. There we go. Get all of those connected there. And I think I'm just going to go in and add a few. Come on. Into just the single spots that we have around the map. I'm also going to set this down to 1x speed because this lag is kind of bothering me. So set all of these to contemplation spots because the beavers are going to be in this area frequently because, of course, this is where all of the food is being made. I did want to put storages along this path, which is why I put them here, and I think I still might, largely because that is a beaver. Huh. Everything else looks blue, though. How did I just miss that one? Okay, you know what? It's fine. So long as it's just that one, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, anyways, so I wanted to put storages along this path here, this horizontal one. Largely because if the beavers, yeah, see, productivity is only 15%. So what I could do is go in and mark everything for prioritization, but I think that might be a bad idea. So what I want to do instead is put smaller storages for each of the requirements that are here. Yeah. And then have the haulers just fill or deplete the storages. I think that's a better idea. So, how is this guy still not done? Okay. All right. I believe you still aren't even. Okay. Wow. Although I guess in their credit, we have been in single time speed, so I guess it's fine. I was worrying about contemplation spots, so let's just see if we can't get a couple more in here. Let's see, we can also do the campfires over in this area. Actually, let's do it in this area. Yeah, I think this will be better. Oh, wait a second. Move this down one. Cool. And we'll just have... This is 12. Yeah. So, we'll do something like this. Get this connected here. And then I think we can fit... Well, we can fit quite a few agoras in this area. But that's what I want to put here. So maybe we'll do... Let's do 5. I know that sounds like a lot, but that's fine. Actually, what are these storages? Planks, planks, planks. Yeah, maybe we move these over. Let's move them over here. Let's see. Perfect. That's a good spot. Somewhat. Okay. Alright, so up to 36 now. Campfire and Agora. That's what we were doing. Okay. Am I going to be able to fit the Agoras here? No. If this path was over 1. No, it's okay. Okay. So we'll just do something like this. Right? That leaves us with a good spot for quite a few more contemplation spots. Alright, so then I wanted to fit in 5. So there's 1. We'll do 2. 3. I do also want to leave space for... Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. For the carousels, because they require power. So, let's see how close. Let's do 10 here. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and what I think I'm going to do also is maybe just run platforms along this wall. And now that I say that, I'm really hoping that this is where... Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty then. So, now, what we can do here, need platforms across there so that we can get to those. Okay, and then we can also do maybe something here. Right? So now, these all need to be connected. So, I'm just going to do something like this. 1 for each. In the back center. Okay. So, those are now powered. Which gives us space for agoras over here. 1, 2, 3. Can't fit. Maybe I can fit a couple more if I just increase this terrain here. I think maybe we'll have to do 2. Right. So then maybe we do a staircase here. I'm using staircases because I feel like I haven't used them at all in this playthrough. I feel like I've been mostly gravitating... Whoa! Mostly gravitating to ladders. So, let's see. You know what, actually, so maybe we remove this one, even though they've already started on it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. That's not necessary. I do want all of this prioritized, so we'll do that. Let's see. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to set all of these to water. Because I feel like we can never have too much water, you know? We can definitely have too much maple syrup, too much canola oil, too much of everything else, but we can never have too much water. I mean, we do only have a beaver population of 230, so anything more than maybe 60,000 water is probably a bit overkill, but it's fine. It's fine. We've got 200-day droughts, okay? So, yeah, it's fine. It's fine to be overkill. No big deal. All right. Let's get all of this. Okay, this should hopefully be the last 20 unassigned storages. So thankfully we will be one less notification to worry about. We do, however, have to worry about that building that lacks materials, which is not going to be fun. So let's see, let's get all of this in here. Okay, so I do also want to prioritize the power shafts because I feel like they should be done first, as well as the platforms because the platforms are going to take no time to build. So we'll just do that. I do want to collect all of these rubble and everything because these are all planks, and I don't want the storages that we just put in to be full. Yeah, that would not be ideal. Okay. So, let's see. I am going to end up needing extract for the agoras. So I think what I'm going to do is just have 2 running. And we'll see how well we fare with that. I think that should be fine. And that's full. How on earth are you still not done? Okay, that's fine. I did want to check on the water level of this reservoir over here. Let's see. Get those 2 connected now. This is downstream depth of 0.13. Are we filling this reservoir? No. Oh, I bet you we were, though. Okay, so let's just close this, then. Right? Yeah. How's double speed gonna treat us? Pretty okay, I think. Alright, so I think I'm going to let the game run here for just a little bit so that we can get all of this in and built and hopefully see a large increase in our well-being. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in episode 36.